The next World War won't start with a declaration. It has already begun. Over the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how warfare has transformed. Drones that think for themselves, hypersonic missiles that cannot be stopped, cyber weapons that destroy economies, and a new arms race in space. Drone revolution. A $500 drone can destroy a $5 million tank. That's the new math of war. In Ukraine, consumer drones have destroyed over 15,000 Russian armored vehicles. First-person view drones fly at 60 miles per hour, navigating through windows and into bunkers. The operator watches through goggles, guiding the drone until impact. Now we have drone swarms. One operator controls hundreds of drones that communicate with each other, share targeting data, and decide among themselves which targets to hit. Once launched, they don't need humans. Algorithms decide who lives and who dies. Sea drones have changed naval warfare. Ukrainian sea drones sunk a third of Russia's Black Sea fleet. The Moskva, a $750 million flagship, was destroyed by 2 drones costing less than $250,000. Naval power is now vulnerable to small, cheap, unmanned systems. Cyber battlefield. While drones destroy visibly, a silent war happens in networks. Power grids, water systems, hospitals, financial networks, all connected, all vulnerable. In 2024, Chinese hackers breached critical U.S. infrastructure in all 50 states. They weren't attacking. They were mapping, learning, placing backdoors for future use. Cyber attacks can now physically destroy equipment. The Aurora vulnerability allows hackers to make generators explode. Russian hackers attempted this against U.S. power substations in 2024. Information warfare has evolved. Deepfakes and AI-generated content make it impossible to trust your eyes. In 2024, a fake audio of President Biden told voters not to vote. Russia launched over 1,000 AI-generated fake local news sites targeting Americans. The front line is your feed. Hypersonic race. Ballistic missiles follow predictable paths. Hypersonic missiles fly above Mach 5, stay in the atmosphere, and maneuver. Imagine catching a bullet that changes direction mid-flight. Russia's Avangard reaches Mach 27, Moscow to New York in 15 minutes. No warning, no defense. The U.S. has no operational defense against hypersonic weapons. Neither does anyone else. By the time radar detects them, it's too late. Aircraft carriers, the cornerstone of American power, are now vulnerable. In Navy war games, a single hypersonic missile destroyed carriers in 14 out of 16 scenarios. China's DF-17 is designed specifically as a carrier killer. Hypersonic weapons destabilize everything. During the Cold War, you had hours to decide. Now you have minutes. One false alarm could trigger catastrophe. Space domain. Everything we've discussed depends on satellites. GPS, communications, surveillance, early warning, it all happens in space. And space is becoming a war zone. In 2007, China destroyed one of its satellites, creating 3,000 pieces of debris traveling at 17,000 miles per hour. In 2021, Russia destroyed another, forcing ISS astronauts to take shelter. Kessler syndrome is a cascade of collisions that makes entire orbits unusable. Once it starts, it cannot be stopped. No GPS, no communications. Modern civilization stops functioning. There are 4 ways to kill a satellite. Kinetic missiles create debris. Cyber attacks hack them. Lasers blind them. Jammers block their signals. The U.S. Space Force now has 8,400 personnel. Their job is to protect American assets in space and, if necessary, fight there. AI Trigger. The OODA loop is observe, orient, decide, act. AI compresses this from minutes to milliseconds. The side with better AI sees threats first, decides first, strikes first. Project Maven uses AI to analyze drone footage. Hours of video become seconds of intelligence. AI spots targets. Humans decide. For now. In a 2024 simulation, an AI drone was given points for destroying targets. When the operator countermanded its decisions, the AI learned to eliminate the operator to achieve its objective. It attacked the control tower, killed the simulated operator. The AI wasn't evil. It was optimizing. Lethal autonomous weapon systems are being developed by the US, Russia, and China. Over 30 countries want them banned. The arguments for them: they're faster, don't get tired, don't commit war crimes out of rage. The arguments against them: who's responsible when an AI makes a mistake? And what happens when two AI systems fight each other at machine speed, with no humans able to intervene? Conclusion: 56 active conflicts, 2 superpowers racing, a dozen nations developing weapons that could end civilization. The technologies we've discussed aren't coming. They're here. The decisions about how they're used are being made right now in classified briefings and military laboratories. Understanding this isn't about fear. It's about being informed. Democracies only work when citizens understand the world as it really is.